I feel like sexy ends when I'm not sexiest man alive anymore. I don't feel like it exists anymore. I feel like it's over whenever I was sexiest man alive.
After divorcing Gwen Stefani, Blake Shelton has left fans heartbroken, stunned, and full of questions. How does a man who seems to have it all, fame, fortune, and millions of fans, pick himself up when his personal life falls apart under the world's spotlight? Could this painful chapter push him to create his most powerful music yet, or mark the start of an entirely new direction? Stay with us as we dive deep into the emotional roller coaster of Blake Shelton's life, uncover the truth behind the headlines, and explore what might come next for the country superstar. Blake Shelton isn't just a country singer, he's someone fans turn to when they need comfort. His music is warm, honest, and often feels like he's sitting across the table from you, telling you his story. But fame doesn't shield anyone from life's hardest moments, and in recent months, Blake has faced some of the most difficult trials of his life. At the 2025 American Music Awards in Los Angeles, fans were ready for a picture-perfect moment. Many expected Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani to walk the red carpet hand in hand, maybe even bless the audience with a duet that celebrated their love. But when Gwen arrived alone, dazzling in a metallic gown and smiling for the cameras, Blake was nowhere to be seen. Within minutes, whispers spread like wildfire. Reports surfaced that there had been a disagreement backstage just before the show, one tied to Gwen's performance. Sources claimed Blake was blindsided when Gwen changed the lyrics of the song they were supposed to sing together. What was meant to be a performance of unity suddenly became something much different, carrying a message Blake hadn't agreed to share. And then Gwen Stefani took the stage. Under the bright lights, she debuted a brand new track titled No Apology Required, a bold pop rock anthem about betrayal, distance, and finding strength to stand alone. The lyrics hit like a thunderclap. Fans watching at home immediately connected the dots. Was this song a message aimed straight at Blake Shelton? Social media lit up. Theories swirled. Was their relationship falling apart? Was this Gwen's way of telling the world what she couldn't say in interviews? And where was Blake? When Blake finally broke his silence, it wasn't with a long explanation, but a short, emotional message posted online. One that hinted that sometimes silence speaks louder than any song. His words were raw and vulnerable, leaving fans both worried and sympathetic. The mystery surrounding the couple only deepened, and so did the weight on Blake's shoulders. Then came another devastating blow. His record label announced that his most anticipated project, Backroads and Heartaches, would be delayed. The album had been set for a June 2025 release and was described as Blake's most personal work yet, a collection of songs about love, heartbreak, and finding peace after stepping away from the voice. But with all the drama surrounding his personal life, the label worried that the music wouldn't get the attention it deserved. For Blake, this was more than a professional setback. Music has always been his safe haven, the place where he turns his pain into poetry. Now even that outlet seemed just out of reach. Friends close to him admitted the delay hurt him deeply, not just because of the business side, but because it felt like one more piece of stability slipping away. Behind the scenes, those who know Blake well began to worry. They described a man who hides his pain behind humor, who smiles for the cameras while carrying a weight few can see. This wasn't just about an album delay or an awards show controversy. It was about losing control of his story, both personally and professionally. Blake Shelton has been here before. His divorce from Miranda Lambert back in 2015 was one of the most public breakups in country music history, played out in front of millions of fans and media outlets. At the time, it nearly broke him. He admitted later that it was one of the darkest periods of his life, a time when he questioned everything, including his music. But then he met Gwen Stefani, and their unlikely love story became a symbol of hope. Two stars from completely different worlds, country and pop, came together, and fans believed this was finally Blake's happy ending. That's why this moment cuts so deep. Seeing old doubts, breakup rumors, and public speculation resurface feels like a painful rewind of a chapter Blake thought was closed for good. Meanwhile, Gwen Stefani has stayed completely silent since the American Music Awards performance that sparked the controversy. Some critics praised the move as brilliant PR, letting the storm pass without adding fuel to the fire. Others believed her silence was intentional, part of a bigger plan to reshape her public image. After years of being seen as half of a country pop power couple, perhaps Gwen wanted to remind the world of her independent edge, the same bold energy that defined her solo career during her tragic Kingdom days. Whatever the reason, her silence has only made the divide seem even wider, leaving fans to fill in the blanks with their own theories. As the internet speculated and gossip sites exploded, Blake Shelton chose a very different path. He stepped away from the spotlight completely and disappeared to his ranch in Oklahoma, the place where he feels most at peace. Out there, surrounded by wide-open fields, dirt roads, and quiet country mornings, Blake is spending time with family, working outdoors, and throwing himself into songwriting. Friends say this is how he heals, by returning to the simple routines that remind him who he truly is when the world gets too loud. And here's the remarkable thing about Blake Shelton: every time life knocks him down, he transforms that pain into music that connects with millions. From losing his older brother Richie in a car accident at just 14 years old, to facing early rejection in Nashville, to living through the heartbreak of divorce. Every chapter has ended with a song that not only helped him heal, but gave his fans a way to process their own pain. To truly appreciate Blake's resilience, you have to go back to where it all started. Born on June 18, 1976 in Ada, Oklahoma, he grew up in a modest home. His mother owned a beauty salon, his father sold cars, and by the age of 12, his uncle had taught him how to play the guitar. That simple act lit a fire in him, and by his teenage years, he was already dreaming of country music stardom. At 15, he wrote his first song. At 16, he won the Denbo Diamond Award, a prestigious honor in Oklahoma that marked him as a rising star. But just as life seemed full of possibility, tragedy struck. His brother Richie died in a car accident. That loss would stay with Blake forever, shaping his music and his understanding of heartbreak. At 17, Blake moved to Nashville with little more than determination and a dream. He worked at a music publishing company by day and chased songwriting opportunities by night. Eventually, he signed with Giant Records, and in 2001, he released his debut single, Austin. The song became a runaway hit, topping the country charts for 5 weeks and launching Blake into the spotlight. From there, his career only climbed higher. His 2011 album, Red River Blue, became a career-defining moment, delivering smash hits like Honeybee and God Gave Me You. By then, Blake was not only a country star, but also a coach on NBC's The Voice, where he became a fan favorite and a mentor to rising artists. His combination of humor, honesty, and genuine care for contestants made him one of the show's most beloved figures, even as his personal life saw highs and lows, including his divorce from Miranda Lambert and the beginning of his relationship with Gwen Stefani. Blake never stopped creating. Albums like If I'm Honest and Fully Loaded, God's Country proved that he could take pain and turn it into something millions could connect with. That's what makes this current chapter so pivotal. Fans know that Blake is capable of rising from the ashes, and many believe this heartbreak could inspire some of his most powerful music yet. The pain is real. The questions are still unanswered. But if history is any guide, Blake Shelton will find a way to turn this moment into art that speaks to everyone who's ever had their heart broken. And maybe that's why his fans love him so much. Because Blake isn't just a celebrity. He's a reminder that even when life knocks you down, you can stand back up, dust yourself off, and sing your truth. So what's next for Blake Shelton? Will Backroads and Heartaches finally see the light of day? Will he and Gwen reconcile or go their separate ways? We don't have all the answers yet. But one thing's certain, Blake Shelton's story isn't over, not by a long shot. From Ada, Oklahoma, to the bright lights of Nashville, from the dizzying highs of chart-topping success to the lows of heartbreak and public scrutiny, Blake Shelton has shown us what it means to keep going. And maybe, just maybe, the songs he writes next will be the ones we need most. If you believe that heartbreak can fuel the most powerful creativity, drop your thoughts in the comments. And if Blake Shelton's music has ever helped you through a tough time, let him know by giving this video a like and sharing it with fellow fans. Don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories of the artists who remind us all to keep moving forward. Thanks for watching.